Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is, well, in my neck of the woods, it's Tuesday, November the 12th, 2013, but over in Australia, it is Wednesday, November the 13th, 2013. Welcome aboard the People's Champ, Vince Germano.
Good to be back on, Joey.
Oh, yes. Yep. Thank you so much for being back again. This is your second appearance since last March.
That seems like a long way away.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago, I should say. Feels like ages.
Isn't that weird?
It feels like it was a long time ago.
It's like partially it feels like recent and it's a long time, but yep. And I rudely didn't say I'm your host, Paladino Joey or Joey Awajan. So sorry, listeners. Yep. Because we got the champ. The champ is here. Oh yes. So yep, the courtside zone. Yep. Talk about the courtside briefly if you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find us on iTunes. We're on the Facebook. Just search all caps courtside. We're on Twitter. You can find us at CRTSDE and myself at VINROK44. So yeah, if you want, give us a download and tell us if you like us, and you can even hate us if you like.
Mm-hmm. And you better like it because the courtside is spectacular. Yes, sir. I definitely am a hardcore subscriber. So yes, as you may notice, some of you that have added Vinrock that he is a Lakers fan. How about them Lakers of late?
Well,
like,
look,
what?
it's painful to talk about, but clearly rebuilding. So not expecting a lot this season, but I'm looking forward to see who we can maybe sign in the next year or two. Maybe get our hands on a Greg Monroe or dare I say Kevin Love.
Yep, that's the ongoing thing. It's like, and I was whining about that because I was on the courtside just a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something. Yep.
Yep.
Pretty recent. Yep. So yeah, I was whining about everybody's already got Kevin Love signed somewhere else.
I should say I am a Lakers fan, but I do have a lot of love for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So don't think I'm coming on here, all you Wolves fans, just as a Laker fan. I do really like the Timberwolves. So it goes back to the Luke Longley days.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And that's another reason why you're such a great fit right now. Yeah, because Vince goes all the way back to about 20 years in the past of the Wolves, as do I, about 91-ish. You go about 92, 90, about the same time, Luke Longley.
Yep.
Good old Luke Longley, the first ever Australian NBA player, and pretty tough center, I might add.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yes, he was.
Pretty proud of Luke over here. So.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was on In All Airness a while ago, I think. Yeah,
he was. Yep.
Oh, Adam Ryan. Yep, that was pretty cool. Oh, how about the Miami Heat though? They've been struggling a bit. It's like, they're starting to remind me of. I was actually having a conversation at work today about it. They're starting to remind me of the Shaq and Kobe Lakers a little bit, where they it's like when they play a bad team, they kind of tone it down, and then they play a good team. It's showtime, That's what I've been noticing about the Miami Heat this year, anyway.
Yeah, I was saying on our show that they've been to the finals 3 times.
Yes. Yep.
And rarely in this day and age do teams make 4 NBA finals in a row. I just think it's too many miles on the legs. You lose that edge every time you win one. And I saw it with the Lakers in 2011. We were trying to go for a 3-peat. We'd already been there 3 times, and we were absolutely we were stuffed. We were tired. We were lacking. We were lacking that drive, and I don't think the Miami Heat are as bad as that, but they're going to really have to dig deep to get a 3-peat.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can only do this. You can only do that so many times. I mean, 4 consecutive conference championships is just about impossible. I mean, you have to go back to like the '60s Celtics to do that. I think. I mean, that's too far.
Yeah, it's a tough task. But look, any team with LeBron James on it,
You never know. You never do know. We never got to see Michael really get a crack at it because he retired both times.
Yep.
Son of a gun. He would have done it. No.
Yeah, it's funny. I often think about that. I don't know. Possibly.
Possibly, yep.
Yeah.
maybe in '94. Yep.
Yeah, maybe. Do you think they would have beaten that Rockets team?
Ooh, that's a good. I was just thinking that too. Like, that's a. Yeah, I think they could have, but it would have been one hell of a battle. That was an awesome team. I would have loved to see those two go at it. That would have been a true climax, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the Sonics, but yeah, good team, but they just weren't. Yeah, they weren't going to beat the Bulls now.
Nah, no way.
Nope. So yeah, it's just that's kind of how things stand with the Miami Heat and such. Yeah, I'm gonna do this show as we always have, kind of open up with a little bit of league talk, and obviously take the break, and then go into all Timberwolves the rest of the way as always. So just letting you guys know out there that the format is the same. Yes, sir. Derrick Rose, now he's starting to get the injury bug again with a hamstring injury. Oh boy, Bulls fans got to be getting a little bit worried about that.
Yeah, it's not. Look on the bright side. It's just a hamstring. It's only a slight strain of the hamstring. So I'm not sure how many games he's going to miss or if he's going to miss any. But clearly he hasn't. I don't think he's got his legs back yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Because hamstring kind of seems like a not really in basketball shape type of injury in a way. At least the way I look at it, you'd think he'd have like a ton of time to get in shape, but I guess you really can't get fully in shape without actually playing the game. Obviously his numbers would indicate starting out the season. Yeah, he's not up to speed yet. He's only averaging like about 15 points and 4.5 assists a game right now. So Rose like to start things out, but I'm sure he'll catch on at some point. But yeah, it's just one of those things. How things you come back from an ACL injury, it's never all guns and roses right away for them.
Look, with the ACLs, just with our sports over here, like if a footballer does an ACL,
oh yeah,
they come back, but every one of them say to a man, like it takes another year to actually feel comfortable and confident in the knee. So I think everyone just needs to relax and give Derrick Rose a bit of time, and he'll get there.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, what's your opinion on this rumored front office? Let's say angst between Tom Thibodeau and what's the general manager's name? Foreman.
I believe so. Yeah, it used to be John Paxson a long time ago, but well, actually not that long ago. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me all too much. I could see them as being a little bit of egos going on. It seems like a tradition over there in Chicago, doesn't it? The Phil, like back in the day. Phil Jackson, and now I'm starting to blank at who the old GM of the Bulls was.
Jerry Krause.
Jerry Krause. Yeah, definitely. Talk about egos. Yeah, that was a back and forth thing going on forever. It's one of those deals. It's just like, and Tom Thibodeau doesn't seem like he'd be the easiest guy to get along with. Just from what I can tell from afar.
Yeah, I tend to agree there. I'm just wondering if that sort of that bad mix in there is maybe just filtering down, affecting the team a little bit. But maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe Derrick Rose comes out in a week and just explodes and looks like the old Derrick Rose, and they start winning, and everyone forgets about it. So who knows?
Yeah, yep. It's like the old saying, "Winning cures all." That's one of those deals where, and the way Rubio came back after his ACL as well, too. As we were hinting back with Rose a bit, it's just. It takes a long time, like you were saying. It can take a good year or so. It took Rubio about 11 months or more from the ACL. So, and obviously his shooting is still a bit suspect. Just a little bit, right?
But we still love him.
We still love him. That's for darn sure. So with that, if there's no other league talk you'd like to jump into, I'll give you the last word.
Lakers are leading 60-43. Let's end on a good note.
Yeah, I saw that. They're doing they're beating New Orleans, and the Miami Heat crushed Milwaukee tonight as well. It's like, okay, all right then. It's like slap bet for me, huh? Slap bet, yep.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the old slap bet.
Oh man, I think you're gonna win the. So you were the one that's down on Trey Burke, right?
Yeah, but this one is I think Golden State will have a better record than Houston.
Ooh, yeah.
And my co-host Hank McCoy thinks Houston's just going to kill it.
Oh, I'm on your side with the Golden State one. Yeah, definitely. I am.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get on that one.
Yeah, I still think so. I had them tacked as 4th overall in the West, and then was it Houston like 7th? I don't know. Oh no, 6th, something like that, 6 or 7.
Yep.
Like, good on them, right? Yeah, I'm not a fan, but yeah, Golden State. Yeah, we'll talk about that very soon. Wolves reviews. Yep.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll take a break, and we will start off with those Wolves reviews. We got like 5 games to review. We'll start pretty brief, and it'll get more interesting as we continue, or more in depth. We'll say we always like to keep it interesting, but in depth. We'll say as we continue from there. We'll be back right after this.
Shop on Amazon. Did you know that you can support this podcast just by doing your normal shopping on Amazon? It's really easy to do. Just go to thesportstuff.com and click on one of the many Amazon pictures. Do your normal shopping, and Amazon sees that we referred you, and they give us a percentage. We'd like to thank you in advance for supporting thesportstuff.com, and please use our Amazon link. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, episode number 110, which is a reminder for those of you on your mobile devices like iPods and Android devices and such, iTunes for Apple devices, Double Twist for Android, and of course on Windows phones and Blackberries, like I always like to tell you. Simply search in the store and you'll find it right away. Rock and roll. All right, so Minnesota played Cleveland. We'll talk about this very briefly, mostly the ending that was frustrating, but they played Cleveland November the 4th. We lose by 1 point. Minnesota gets their first loss of the year, 93-92, trailed by quite a bit throughout the game. Wolves make a great comeback, valiant comeback, and then the end game is what drove me nuts. Just a little bit. JJ Barea. What are you doing, JJ? What are you doing? He's driving to the basket, loses possession of the ball. Lucky as hell, Kevin Love is standing at the three-point line, gets it to him, and Love misses. Doggone it. But just watching Barea bobbling the ball late in the game, why he has the ball in the first place, I have no idea.
That was my first question.
Yeah.
Because obviously I was at work, but I was looking on the ESPN app, and where was Rubio that last possession?
He was on the bench. He didn't have like a great game or anything, but I mean, he did have his 5 steal, 5 assist type of deal, but 0 for 7 from the floor. So I could kind of understand a little bit, but still, at the end of the game, I'd probably rather have Rubio not taking the last shot, but at least trying to set up the last play or so. Not Barea. What the hell?
Yeah, look, I like Adelman as a coach, but some of the things he does just absolutely baffles me.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be an ongoing thing with Adelman most of the year. Gorgie Zhang, Shabazz Muhammad. I mean, I might as well get your take on that right now. I mean, it's because I know we've been posting on the Facebook page a bit back and forth. Gorgie Zhang, Shabazz Muhammad do not see the court. Gorgie got about 2.5 minutes in this game. He didn't look good at all, but still. I mean, he should have been playing in the preseason a little bit to get his feet wet, but Adelman is refusing to play these guys.
It's funny. I was going to say to you the other day on Facebook, Adelman did the same thing in Portland.
Yeah.
He kept Petrovic on the bench. He kept Robert Pack on the bench. When those guys left, they broke out, and Petrovic became a star, and Robert Pack became a pretty darn good point guard.
He did, yeah. It's cool, yeah. Those are classic memories right there, too. Yeah, Petrovic, we all know about the, great shooting guard, 3-point shooter with New Jersey and such before a tragic car accident. God rest his soul.
And now he's doing it in Minnesota. Like, Flip traded for Shabazz Muhammad. Like, play the guy, because in my mind, without Chase Budinger on the bench at the minute, you guys, to me, the bench just is missing a guy, missing a player, missing that guy who can come off and give you 10 to 15 points a night.
Yeah, and he would bring the energy, too. I mean, he's got what do they always like to say about guys coming in off the bench to provide some offense? Usually the starters are better defenders, right? So,
absolutely.
It's confusing. And yeah, there's always been cases in the league with coaches, a lot of coaches, they won't play their rookies. I mean, you even hear that on some of the shows, the reminiscent type shows, like, I didn't play much my first couple of years. And the veterans would tell me, keep working hard, your time will come. But I don't know, especially with an injury to Budinger, you would have thought Shabazz would play. That was my instant thought. But no.
Well, I said on my show that I expected Shabazz to get minutes and to be a nice addition to this ball club.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. I can't believe he's not getting any time. It's crazy. He and Deng are going to be part of the future of this club. They're going to help them get to the playoffs and hopefully get close to a championship in a few years. Not Ronnie Turiaf.
Exactly. That was the rant we've been doing on this show for a while. Ronnie Turiaf, like, what the heck? And then, as the forecaster said, our prayers have been answered when poor Turiaf broke his elbow. Poor guy. And Zhang's playing time doesn't increase at all. It's like, okay, all right then. I guess that's just more playing time for Cunningham instead. Not that there's anything wrong with Cunningham playing, but doggone it. I mean, you thought for sure Yang was going to get in more.
And, look, Pekovic is injury. Look, he hasn't got a great history with injury.
Mm-hmm.
So if he goes down, if he goes down, does that mean that means if Turiaf is fit and healthy, he's starting? I don't think you want that. I'd rather start Deng and just develop him, play him.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
You know me, Joey. That's my thing. I'm always saying, play the young guys, develop them, find out if they can play or not.
I'm a big fan of that as well. I really am. It's nice to see the young guys get out there and get some playing time, and then go from there. See what they can bring, and if they're good, doggone it, hell yeah, here we go. We got something. We got a little bonus here to this team.
Exactly right.
Rather than
it is so frustrating. It's I always check the box score, and it's Muhammad zeros. There's all zeros and donuts.
Yep, donut. Did not play. Coach's decision.
It's driving me nuts.
Oh yes, yep. That's basically been the story of the team with the rookies for the longest time. Obviously, Derek Williams didn't start off with a good start with Rick Adelman, but nothing's really changed since. Unfortunately, that's the funny part about it. Nothing's changed at all since. Oh, Derek Williams. Speaking of things not changing, if you're ready to segue to Golden State, Wednesday, November the 6th, the Golden Horrors continue. I once wrote an article about the history of the Wolves and Golden State Warriors. It's outside of the early 90s, back when Mullen and co were there. The Wolves actually used to beat them back then when the Wolves were non-factors in the league. And, and the Warriors were a threat, a threat that would never win anything, but still a threat. And ever since the mid-90s or so, when the Wolves got better, whenever the Wolves would play Golden State, it was just a disaster most of the time. Even when the Wolves had that great season 10 years ago, the Wolves lost twice, 22 points to the Golden State Warriors that year. When we actually had the number 1 seed and played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
I remember that very well.
Yet another trip to the finals for the Lakers. Thanks.
That didn't turn out too well. That one.
Doggone it. No, Cassell's injury, back injury, and all that, and Troy Hudson's usual ankle injury. But yeah, the Warriors beat the Wolves twice by 22 points, even that year, which is really weird. It's just a history thing. I'll say briefly, I don't think you've ever heard this because I mentioned it maybe a while ago. Last time I mentioned it on Timberwolves Explosion. So back when I was a season ticket holder, Timberwolves at one point against the Warriors were kicking their butts, beating them by 18 points. This is back in the Larry Hughes days when they had Larry. Yeah, he was really good there, by the way. Wolves led by 18 right around halftime. Just like, wow, this is awesome. And they lost by 28. Yep.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yep. Or was it 30? It was either 30 or 28. I'm dead serious.
Did you ask for a refund on your season ticket?
I really wanted to. I mean, I was like, we lost by 50. I mean, it's like, sure, we lost by 28. No, we lost by 50. You know?
Wowzers, that's. I'd love to go back and watch that game to actually see what happened.
It was just the weirdest thing. It was about 9,000 turnovers where Hughes would get them and score. It was weird. And like a few weeks later, this is even more weird. A few weeks later, the Wolves led by 20 with about 4 minutes left, and they almost lost. The Warriors tied it. I'm dead serious.
There's a spell over the Timberwolves with the Warriors.
It is. It's the Golden Horrors. The Golden Horrors. So my fears continue. Yeah, like that's why I picked them to lose this game. Imagine that. 106-93 in Target Center.
Yeah, that to me is just like, wow. You just lost to him at the Target Center.
Yeah, it was a butt kicking.
It sure was. What was that? 13 points.
13. Yeah, and Shabazz got to play, AJ Price and all that, but that's just because it was the uber garbage time at that point.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that annoys me. You know, he puts in a Muhammad when the game's gone, and you know, people go, oh, the coaches still think this time is valuable. To me, it's not. Like, Shabazz gets to go out there and shoot a few jump shots, and if he hits them, that's great. If not, he clangs them. And how does that help him? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. It doesn't help at all. It's just like rotting on the bench, and that's it. There's really no progress of any kind, and if anything, it's the old deal where the more they just sit there and rot, the worse they get, honestly. Confidence goes down, you know, all the above. It's like a sailor, you know, like they when they don't have their, they get sea legs. By the time they finally get on regular ground again, they just fall over. That's basically what's happening to them right now.
Well, I see he's played Martin 38 minutes, Love 38 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Peck's played 37. He's pretty much gone with an 8-man rotation.
Mm-hmm. If that, yeah.
Yeah, if that. And Dang, Shved, Hummel, Price, and Muhammad, 6 minutes and under. I mean, yeah, look, it's disappointing to lose at Golden State at home, but at the same time, this Warriors team's a hell of a team.
They really are. Yep. Pumpa, shout out to you, Pumpa of the Hoops podcast. Yes, sir. That is a hell of a team. They got Andre Iguodala, who adds that defense and athleticism. They already have the athleticism, but even more then. Bogut's actually healthy. He didn't really have much of a game in this one, but he's one of those hot and cold guys. What's really fun, or two things you could say quick. Well, one thing, like Pekovic's playing time is too much, I think. If people are worried about his health, so why is he playing so much? It's just like, I think that's just further risk of injury. But what's even more annoying, how the Warriors, destroyed the Timberwolves and all that good stuff. How many three-pointers did Steph Curry hit in this game?
Oh.
Do you see it?
He was 2 for 8.
Yeah, from field goal, from the floor, but from three, absolutely zero. Can you believe that?
You won't get away with that too often.
Yeah, and we still lose by 13 at home. It's like, yikes. You look at that, and it's like, oh, all right then.
Well, when you got that's the thing though. Klay Thompson comes out and drops 30.
That's the other part. Yeah, he made up for it, huh?
There's weapons everywhere. David Lee had 22 and 15. Like, he matched it with Kevin Love.
Yeah, big time. David Lee We used to compare him to Kevin Love, actually, but now it's like Love's stardom has gotten to a point where it's like Lee is more like the poor man's Love, where in the past Love was kind of like the young Lee, I guess. If that sounds weird enough.
I look at David Lee and just think, just a poor sort of a poor man's Kevin Love, but not too poor, but poor enough.
Yeah, like still has some money in the bank. Yeah, what I thought was weird as all heck. Do you remember when the Wolves were actually courting David Lee when we had Kevin Love? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
It was really weird. Was it 2010?
Why would they want David Lee next to Kevin Love?
Yeah, to me it made no sense because it's like they're very similar. No defense by either one, or at least not much. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's strange. Unless they wanted to play Love at center.
Yeah, that might be the only other way, or I supposedly, but I don't know. You need Andrew Bogut.
He's Bogey. Unfortunately, Bogut at Golden State. Everyone forgets that Bogut can actually score. Bogut's got some decent moves.
He does.
Like all Aussie big men, he can pass. And people forget he can actually. He's got a nice jump shot on him. He can. In college, he used to shoot the threes. He used to shoot the jump shots, and then he'd work it inside. And it's just look. I know they've got a lot of weapons, so he doesn't have to score a lot. He just has to concentrate on rebounding his defense, which, for this, for him, it's good. He doesn't have to worry too much, and it's less stress on his body, I guess, because he's injury prone as well. But we still love him. We still love him down here.
Talk about injury. Oh my! Yeah, son of a gun. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what he's been doing, providing the defense and rebounding at this point. Because that team, they're just a scoring juggernaut in the league, pretty much.
Yep.
In a lot of ways, athleticism is off the charts, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, the Wolves can beat Golden State. I remember actually you mentioned to me on Facebook just recently, you think the Wolves actually could take out Golden State in the postseason at some point. Dare I say that?
Yeah, I think you can, absolutely. But I think it's going to take, in a series against Golden State, I'd love to see Pekovic, Kevin Love, just abuse them inside. I think that's where it's at. And, you're going to get what you're going to get from Kevin Martin, but
yeah. Woo.
It's going to take a commitment on D, like for however many games it takes, because there's just so many weapons. It's amazing what they've done with that roster.
They've done a great job, without a doubt. I would think pounding inside as well would be. That's maybe the one way you can beat them. The Spurs were pretty successful at it, believe it or not. As great as Spurs were successful at a lot of things last year. Holy cow! But
it's annoying.
Yeah, it is. They're that grandpa team that won't go away. A lot like Utah years ago.
They're going to go away eventually. They're going to go away eventually. Damn it!
Yeah, it's got to happen at some point. I mean, by the time they're 45, there's no way they could still play. Oh man!
If they're still playing at 45, I'm giving it up.
Yeah, it's like, nope, no more basketball. All right, how about that hockey? No.
I'm so sick of them.
Yeah, me too. I gotta think. Yeah, they'll run out of gas one of these years. Oh boy! So the Warriors game, that pretty much wrapped that one up, and we move on to Friday. Pardon me. I am losing my mind. It would be Friday, the 8th of November. Apologize for that. Timberwolves have a beautiful game against the Dallas Mavericks. Could have been prettier, but hey, 116 to 108. We predicted a victory, and we got a victory. Wolves really, really showed their true colors offensively in this game, without a doubt. Corey Brewer going against the team that he's got a ring with. I love Corey Brewer. What an addition. Oh, my God. He's not even close to the same guy that was here last time around.
Well, the difference I've noticed with Corey Brewer, I noticed it last season in Denver. He's dropped a lot of weight, hasn't he? Like, he looks a lot leaner.
Yeah, it's like lean. It's like he was always skinny, but it's It seems like more muscle, yeah, like kind of like a lean type of muscle, you could say.
Well, he moves beautifully. He's running like a gazelle up and down the floor. It's a great addition. I've said this to you many times since the season started. This is an exciting year for the Timberwolves if this starting five stays healthy.
Yeah.
They've got everything. They've got everything. Probably just missing a guy on the bench, like I said. But in this game, two of my favourite power forwards ever in Nowitzki and Love. Love was in beast mode, 32 and 15.
Yeah.
Martin drops a casual 32.
Very casual.
You got some help from Cunningham. Rubio, solid 6 and 4, but wasn't spectacular. Pekovic 15. But look, you beat a team that is probably, not going to make a lot of noise, but they're still decent. And any team with Nowitzki is dangerous, especially with Ellis. So, yeah, another good win. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a very fun game last Friday. You just kind of put your feet up and enjoy. That's kind of what it was like, especially if you like offense. But it's funny because in a weird way, I kind of like the Dallas roster, but no, they're not going anywhere. They're probably 9th seed-ish, if you know what I mean. Basically, like on the outside looking in, but they're going to be in the hunt. That's about it. Hummel got playing time early, which is it was kind of cool to see him out there. Unfortunately, missed both of his threes. But yeah, as you mentioned, Martin's casual 32. My goodness, it's like every night. Woo, the guy is in the mid to upper 20s and low 30s every single night.
Were you expecting this, Kevin Martin?
No, I was. This is the Houston Rockets, Kevin Martin, isn't it?
It is, and it's awesome to see. And I actually made Hank apologise to me last night while we were recording because I had Kevin Martin in my top 10 for shooting guards.
Oh, you did it! Yes, good job.
And he absolutely gave me hell for it. So he apologised in his own special way last night. Look, 10 of 19. The guy is just super efficient.
He's
super efficient.
He really is. And some nights his field goal percentage isn't as good, but it's like he just gets it done either way. If he gets to the line, maybe one night he's not shooting as well, but then all of a sudden though, at this moment, like say you need a 3 and it's just like right down the pipe. It's just beautiful. Yeah, Kevin Martin. He's always been kind of one of those overlooked guys where it's like, he got 23, but it's Kevin Martin. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. He gets no love.
Yeah, because he's not like this dynamic guy driving down the lane and jamming on, Dikembe Mutombo or something and doing the wave back to him, whatever it was, the finger,
Yeah, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yep, go ahead.
Is it just me, or is he just showing a bit more commitment to defense this year?
It does seem a little better. Yeah, he's a good. They were saying he's underrated as a team defender, but one-on-one defender, it's like, it's not something you really want to count on. But overall, he doesn't seem like he's getting scorched out there. No, and he beat Dale Ellis, who's a scoring machine. Did I call him Dale Ellis? Monta Ellis. Oh, look at me getting way too old school. Monta Ellis. The other 3-point guy. Yeah, he beat Monta Ellis in scoring. That's all he does is score. So, beautiful stuff. Really, this is just one of those, it was so fun to watch. And Wayne Ellington making a little return party. And he's okay, but he's a backup. We're happy for him, right?
Yeah, look, he hit 2 threes, so...
He did.
That's his job, really, isn't it? That's his role in the NBA. Come on, hit a few threes, hit a few jump shots.
That's what he does.
It's a good living if you can get it. I wouldn't mind it.
Oh my God, yeah. I'll take 1.5. 1.5. That's really low in the NBA these days.
Absolutely.
Oh man, wouldn't that be great?
Oh boy.
There'll be no house payments with that contract.
Oh hell no.
Straight cash. Oh, I love that, Sam. Yeah, Kevin Martin. No, it's just what a story. What a nice addition. As you said, where was I expecting this Kevin Martin? It's like, no, but we got him. Wow. Keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think he will. He looks to be really enjoying himself too out there. I think he enjoys being back with Adelman, knows the system, and all the guys actually. When you spank the Lakers, all the guys just looked happy. You know what I mean. Not just because you pounded us.
Yeah.
I think everyone's got a smile on their face. They're all playing with a smile on their face, and even against the Cavs when they were down by a whole bunch, you still fought back.
Yeah, there is definitely some fight. Mm-hmm.
So, which that's going to hold you in good stead. Like later on in the year, you're going to be able to fight back. You're always a chance, and I don't think you could say that last season.
Yeah, last season it was like dead and gone. Like you're down by 15, it's like, I guess I'll just watch. I mean, I got to do the show, and oh great, I get to rant the whole show again. It's like it's fun. It's entertaining in a way, but then it's like it hurts after a while, and then it's like I bet you anything the listeners are like, he's too much. So,
well, it's hard to because look, I'm experiencing it this year. It's
oh yeah,
you've got to really look to find some positives.
Mm-hmm. It's really hard, especially. I mean, last year I was enjoying Rubio most of the time because that's all you could do. There was no Kevin Martin, no Kevin Love, Cunningham was in and out. Berea had some cool games, and then it was just the other side of Berea that you can't stand. Shved was, started strong and just like depressing to watch after that.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Look, yeah, it's hard to find positives.
Mm-hmm. It really is in a year like that. There's no doubt. So as you were segueing to the Laker game, Sunday. I'm going berserk here. Sunday the 12th of losing my mind. Sunday the 10th. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we really have to talk about this game? Or?
I could try not to. Sunday.
If you're anything like Jim Peterson, you're probably still celebrating like he won a championship.
Yeah, that guy's too much, isn't he?
He's an absolute tosspot, that bloke.
There are times I like him because sometimes he can be brutally honest, like actually complaining about like ripping somebody. But then other times it's like, what a homer! Come on now. He's a mixed bag, as Hank called me the other show there. A mixed bag, that Joey.
Look, Jim Peterson, I got to mute. I got to mute when he's on. I can't stand it. Like,
oh man!
And if you know him or got his Twitter handle, just give it to me because I'll pass that on.
I should. Yep, I'll give it to you off the mic here in a bit. I should. And no, I don't know him. Unfortunately, I probably should know him by now. Dang it! No, but I should know all of them. Yeah, believe it or not, though. There are people inside the Wolves organization that do listen to Timberwolves Explosion. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Mark Remy, I think, kind of off and on. I think he does. Jeff Munich, he has, at least. I don't know if he still currently does, but he has. He's another one of the insiders. Bob Stanke, I think he was a listener forever. I hope he still listens. He wasn't with the Wolves originally, and then all of a sudden he was. It's like, oh, cool. So... yeah, those are names that I'm pretty sure have at least listened to it more than once.
Well, if you're out there listening, give Joey a job. He loves his T-Wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, listen, dang it. Yeah, do give me a call, guys out there. Yeah, the Lake.
Yeah. Do we really have to? Do we have to? It hurts. It hurts.
But you tortured us for 22 consecutive games. Oh, these guys never... Huh?
I guess I'm due for it.
Yeah, these guys used to. I mean, and whenever the Wolves were up by 51-23 or something, like I made sure to post that on the Facebook page because that's foreign territory. I'm telling you, it really is. It was odd, and it's kind of like
it was very odd, and I get a message on my phone. I finished work right when the game started, and I got to my phone, and my good buddy Craig Walton, he sent me a text and just went, yikes. And I thought, we're either killing them or they're killing us. So I checked the score and I'm like, I don't want to go home. But I raced home and sat through it all. And, oh, boy.
So I am not going on Timberwolves Explosion.
Full credit to you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
You just came out and absolutely stomped a mud hole in us. And we had no answers for anyone, especially Kevin Love, who was just again in beast mode and has to be. I know it's early, but he has to be leading the MVP voting.
I think he should be he should at minimum be like first team All NBA the way he's going right now.
Oh, big time. We just couldn't stop anyone. You were hitting everything. I think Martin just was unconscious at one stage.
Yeah.
Brewer was everywhere, and Rubio was just awesome. Oh, I should let you talk about it. It's your team. You enjoy it. Give it to me. Come on, I can take it.
Yeah, he did get a triple-double. He was on his way to a quintuple, or whatever you could call it, with 5 turnovers and 5 steals as well. But, oh, man. Yeah, he did get his second career triple-double, 12 points, 14 assists, 10 rebounds. Lots of double-doubles, too. Kevin Love, double-double. Pekovic, double-double. Rubio, of course. Yeah, so there are 3 double-doubles, not lots, but... but the funny part is, it seemed like a lot of the offense really was early, because that's the funny part. The Timberwolves got 113 points in this game, but almost half of them were scored in the first quarter. It's like there's a lot of missed shots after that, but at least we maintained the lead and got it and just finished it for the most part. 23-point win when it felt like we were up by 100 early on. That was we were making everything in the first quarter or so, quarter and a half or so, but then it's just. I started to get a little bit nervous, though, because there's that curse, that Laker curse. Because then Blake started making some threes. He's been doing really well. He had a clutch 3 the other day. What am I blanking here?
Against Houston, hit the game winner.
That's who it was, against your old pal there. Good riddance to him, I guess.
He made the right choice. But, look, I knew we were going to make a little run, because one thing we do is compete. We don't. Well, I don't think we're giving up just yet, but I knew we'd come back, but I knew we weren't going to win it. I mean, you guys were just playing out of your skin. It was good to watch some Timberwolves basketball like that. I mean, you guys deserve it. Wow, you've had a lot of injuries and a lot of guys coming and going, and yeah, I mean, I've said to you before, like, I would love nothing more than to see Rubio and Love lead this team to a championship. I don't think we'd see you for about 6 months, because you'd probably be celebrating for 6 months. But
I'd be like filled with tears the first night, and then I'd just be like glowing for the rest of like the last 6 months or so. Yeah, I'd be so happy. It'd be unbelievable.
It's coming. It'll come at one stage.
Oh, I pray indeed. Oh, I pray indeed. Yeah, because for you, the Timberwolves are kind of in a lot of ways like what the Celtics are for me. My second favorite team, and of course, nothing to do with Garnett being there. Where a lot of Wolves fans, bandwagon Wolves fans, became Celtics fans because Kevin Garnett's in the Celtics. But I was, but like I was like, I'm like a Minnesota team first, Boston team second. Like all the Boston teams are my second favorite. So. If that makes sense. I'm sure it does a little bit. So
I don't mind Boston myself, so I get that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep. So there's a objective, honest, and very cool Laker fan right here in Vince Germano. Not only does he like the Wolves, he likes the Celtics. See?
I don't hate the Celtics, because I didn't. In the 80s here in Australia, you got no NBA on TV at all.
Yeah. Yep.
There was no cable TV. It was just, we had like 4 channels on TV, and all we had was cricket and Aussie rules football. So and our local basketball league. But so I missed all that Magic and Larry rivalry and then the Celtics and Lakers rivalry in the 80s. So to me, the Celtics really, they're nothing to me.
Really. The rivalry.
Yep. I hate the Spurs probably more than anyone. So,
me too, for the most. Yeah, I mean that's what was going on in the finals last year, where everybody thought I'm just a bandwagon Heat fan, and it's like, I enjoy watching them, but I'm not like this bandwagon like Heat, only. And yes, I like and I like Craig Walton. I appreciate his Heat fandom. I'm definitely not a Heat hater, as Marcus hates me for that, but.
I'm a Heat hater.
Hate the Spurs and the Heat. Yeah, so you're like, turn off the finals, right?
Well, I just wanted LeBron to stay at Cleveland. That's all I wanted. I wanted him to stay at Cleveland and try and win a championship.
Yeah, it was kind of mean. That was where the front running kind of came a little bit. I can understand the angst. For me, it was just kind of cool to see it happen. I guess I know there go about 99 listeners right there, but okay, all 99,000 of them. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, man, but look, as you guys, that Laker game is absolutely. If you can produce more game styles like that, it's. I keep saying it. It's so exciting to watch this Timberwolves team. It's.
Yeah, thank you.
It really is.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun to finally have some nice winter sports here in Minnesota again. I mean, even the Minnesota Wild are really, really strong. I mean, that's another strong roster right now. Check out Brave the Wild out there, guys. No, yeah, that's a strong roster too. So it's like for once we finally get to actually enjoy Minnesota sports in the winter. About the last time we got to was about 10 years ago. The Wild and the Wolves were both, going through playoff runs and such. Oh, that was fun. Let's do it again.
I'm sure it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, but the Timberwolves stay in Staples Center. They stay in Staples Center to play the other team. And the other team, yeah. I mean, and real briefly, I'll say quick. The Lakers yesterday, in a way, were kind of like what happened with the Wolves last year, just depleted because of the injury with Love out, in this case, Kobe out. So in a way, it was kind of like that. So
no, we're crap. We're crap.
And there's that too, yeah, unfortunately. Stop it, Joe. No, I'm not trying to be mean, though. No, I mean...
No, that's all right. Go for
it. But yeah, the Clippers and the Wolves, this is going to be a rivalry, I think. I think it's going to be a little bit of a rivalry. Obviously, Love and Griffin, we're always comparing, though I don't know why people would compare the two. I really don't, actually. I think it's... I don't know how the hell he got more points than Love, but certainly didn't get more rebounds, Blake Griffin. But yeah, people constantly say, who's the best of the two? For me, it's Love by a mile.
Oh, by a country mile. It's
country mile.
There's no discussion there.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind.
Isn't it a joke?
20, 30 GMs out there will take Love over Blake Griffin.
Yep. Here's my hand raised up in the air right now. Literally. Yep. And it's and me and in the past we haven't always embraced Love as the franchise player at times, but granted, about 2-3 years ago, it's he's a franchise player without a doubt, and we're done whining about it at this point. So it's I'm not this blind Kevin Love Kool-Aid drinker. That's the point I'm trying to make. Where I thought a lot of Wolves fans were blind Kevin Garnett Kool-Aid drinkers. Oh, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. One of these years, I'll release that one. Oh,
well, you're gonna have to fill me. I was at work on this game, so you'll have to.
Yeah.
Look, I think you guys fought back. You were down a little bit.
Kind of similar to extremely similar to the Cleveland game in a lot of ways, especially the ending that just, yeah. I got a little bit mad, a little bit on Twitter. Not so much cussing, but more or less just, All right, so, yes, it was similar to the Cleveland game in terms of the Wolves were kind of up and down-ish. Pekovic finally had a really good game here. Just a kick-ass game. He was getting offensive rebounds. He was scoring inside. 25 points, 10 rebounds for Nikola Pekovic. Finally, big-time game for him. Really, really enjoyed that. Kevin Martin with another 30. This is where the field goal percentage is a little bit, because he missed some layups and missed some shots. But, hey, it was 50% from the floor again, or from three-point range again, as was Love. Slightly below 50 from the floor, but from three he was 50. Missed a 20-20. By 1 rebound and a triple-double by 3 assists. Did Love. A really entertaining game. And a lot of people on Twitter were saying, ooh, I'd love to see this as a playoff series. Wouldn't anybody else? And everybody was like, yes, yes, yes. But, I hate this Clipper team. Oh, there's a lot of chippiness to these guys, and especially Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Oh, my God. Oh.
Who haven't won a darn thing in the NBA.
Exactly. Chris Paul did get to the second round once with I guess he did with the Clippers once too, but with the Hornets. But it's
Did they give out championship rings for the second round, Joey?
Nope. No, they don't. And the clip.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. You got all that glittering gold over there in your trophy case. Yes, you do. Yeah, they're. Let's see. How many behind are they? Is it 17 or no 16? Right?
16 behind.
I almost did a hand clap there. I gotta look. Okay. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
He loves it. He loves it. But look, I actually going into this game, I actually after you pummeled my hapless Lakers, I actually thought you guys really got up for us, and I thought you might have had a bit of a letdown the next night against the Clippers.
That's what I was afraid of. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that was the case. As I said, I was working, but I knew you guys would make a run. Just wish you could have tipped them over in the end, but you'll get them next time.
Yeah, that's the hope that we do get them next time. It was, I mean, the Wolves were strong early, let the lead go, got the lead back, let the lead go, it was just a weird kind of a seesaw battle where they're down by 8, they're up by 3, they're down by 6, they're up by 2. It was one of those games, and it looked like they were completely dead and gone, down by 8 with 3 minutes left or so, or 2 minutes, something like that. Came back, had the ball late in the game, of course, last possession, oh my God, yep, Blake Griffin, of course, misses. What a shock. So the Wolves get the ball back. When the Clippers they had the ball with there was a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So the Clippers had no choice. They had to shoot. We didn't have to follow them. And Blake just does a hook and miss. And I'm like, ha, what a shock. It's here we go. Kevin Love with his little come to me children celebration that he does when he hits the game-winning 3. I love that. Don't you love that?
Oh, I do. I love everything he does, man. I love everything he does.
It's awesome. And, the ball didn't get to Kevin Love until it was a second offensive rebound. Kevin Martin had an open 3. Open 3, Vince. Open 3. Passed it up. Starts driving to the basket, and here it is. Tries to get fouled. So he just wings it up in the air as he's, facing some odd direction, not the basket or anything. Pekovic gets the offensive rebound. Looks like an easy hook type tip in. Misses. Love gets the ball. And the ball just rests on the rim and falls off. It's no!
Oh, no. See, Kevin Martin's paid to take those shots.
Yeah. Kevin Martin.
Damn shot.
I was so furious. It's he got 30 points and all that good stuff, but he committed 2 cardinal sins there. 2. Do you know what they are? Yep. You said the
absolutely.
First. Yeah.
Look, that is the only knock people have on Kevin Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Is playoff time. Ooh. Is he going to disappear like that? He hasn't got a great track record in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But gosh, doggone it, as you would say.
Yeah, look at me covering up stuff, right?
How does he not shoot that? He's shooting 50%.
Yeah, I was just.
It's not like he was 1 for 20.
Yeah, because I don't want to go to overtime against the Clippers at home. It's just it's not worth it. So and you have an open 3. It's you go for the win. That was to me a common sense thing. A lot of people were thinking that too, either Love or Martin, Kevin or Kevin, since this is a very Kevin-based Minnesota team. Kevin Garnett, Kevin McHale, Kevin Harlan back in the day, believe it or not, Kevin Love and Kevin Martin. Isn't that crazy?
There's a lot of Kevins there.
Yeah, just a few, right? That's at least 5, yeah. It's nuts. But no, the other cardinal sin to me is it's the biggest sin of all. Obviously, passing up the 3, it's what? Are you serious? But the cardinal sin of all time for me, of late at least, why are players still going for the foul on the last play of the game?
Yeah.
The ref's never going to call it. He could get mauled and they wouldn't call it.
Absolutely. Agree 100%.
Mm-hmm. You're literally asking for a loss when you do that. That's a prevent victory play. It's what are you doing?
I had no idea he passed up an open three. I just can't believe. Well,
Yep.
wow. Adelman must have just lost his mind.
Oh, he probably did. Yeah, he's the kind of guy. If I wish there was a season ticket holder now. It would be very entertaining watching him because you could just sit and stare at him while you're watching the game and see all the gestures he does. It's funny. Like the guy's always been like that since his Blazer days.
Oh, big time. Yep.
He is fun to watch. Hasn't changed a bit, and he's 67. The old bugger.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get a title, but I don't know. I don't know if he can last that long.
It's like you hope so, but yeah, it's really, really hard to say. Yep. He's been close, but no cigar, literally.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's like he caught Martin caught the ball. It wouldn't have been like the most open three ever or anything, but it was more than open enough for him to get a legit look,
But it's like you said, you're in Staples.
Yeah, you do now.
You don't want overtime.
No, and he literally just was like, okay, I'm going to try to get fouled here. It's like, no. And then Berea did that a couple of times last year. Players always do that. I remember, this is really weird, but I remember even Tom Gugliotta on his return trip to Minnesota years ago with the Suns, and he was freaking out that the refs didn't call the foul. It's like, shoot, that was going on. That was 1999, 2000-ish. And It's like if that was going on back in 2000, how could it's still going on now, folks.
Refs still ain't calling it.
Yeah, it's like it's been going on for decades.
God, I love Tom Gugliotta.
You remember him? Yeah.
Oh, big time. I loved him in Washington when he first broke into the league, and
ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a huge Gugliotta fan back then.
Yeah, that's way back. Yep. Like back in his beginning, 92.
Yeah, there was Rex Chapman on that team, and I think Scott Skiles was there on that team.
The assist machine.
Yep.
The hated coach but loved point guard.
Yeah, he was tough as nails.
Didn't he get like 30 assists or something once? I think so.
Yeah, he's got the record. Yeah, 30 assists. I think when he was with the Bucks, I think, wasn't he? Or
I'm not sure. It might have been
it was the Magic. I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he played on the Magic and the Wizards at least back then. Yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm curious. We have to dig. One of us, if we feel like it. But yeah. It was a great game though. I got to think that things will get very interesting as this year progresses between the Wolves and the Clippers.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
It's like, yep, there's the American accent, right?
I'm no Hank McCoy. I'm not doing any American accents.
Oh, I was laughing so hard. Yeah, you ripped us about the Shaq ones. Oh man.
I like how Marcus just freezes when you can tell he's winding up to do an accent, and then he just freezes and stops.
Yep. Here's a Marcus right here. I might as well do it. All right, I'm gonna just. I can't do it.
Oh, he's a funny man, the old Forcaster.
Yep, the Forcaster. So, really, I guess, do you have a Lone Wolf Award for the week?
Look, it would be very easy to give it to Kevin Love. It would be very easy to give it to Rubio or Brewer. Mm-hmm. Or Mr. Kevin Martin. But I am going to give it to a man who I know some NBA fans here have given him a bit of stick. Mm-hmm. Thought he wasn't living up to his contract, but I'm going to give it to Nikola Pekovic.
How dare you? Wow.
Because I just thought he's bounced back. I actually thought he's having a pretty decent year. He's averaging a double-double, but his last two games, he's starting to show that my main beef was with people who were bagging him out was he was the number one option last season with no Kevin Love there. You had no Kevin Martin there. This year he's probably third option, fourth maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough adjustment.
You got to get used to not getting those touches. So I thought he was doing really well, and he's busted out the last two games with some big double-doubles. So I'm giving it to the big fella.
Yeah, that's cool. That adds more interest to the show, I think. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, it was so good yesterday. I wish he made that shot. Yeah, I was I was literally, like, guaranteed. It was like in concrete going to go to Kevin Martin until that stupid going for the foul crap. So I guess I'm forced to give it to. I'll give it to Kevin Love. Look at me. I mean, I was going to give it to.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at you. You know who actually started that? It was the Forcaster. Yeah, he used to always say, "Look at you." You got that?
Oh, did he? Oh, I thought it was your little gem.
Yeah, and then I just kept it going. So I'm admitting, yep, I stole it. So yep, I'll go with the MVP, Kevin Love. Yep, the Lone Wolf Award. He's actually averaging 5 assists. His assist numbers are way up this year too, and it certainly wasn't missing this week either. He was an assist machine all week. 8 assists against Dallas, 7 against the Clips, 6 against the Warriors. It's just, I mean, the guy's been his outlook passes me, and we like to say that instead of outlet just to be goofy sometimes. He's really been the lone wolf, and he's gonna hang on to it for 2 weeks in a row, and we'll see next week if it's Kevin Martin or Pack or who or Rubio. Rubio, please make a shot. No, occasional 3, but that's about it. Kind of reminded me of Rondo. Just a little.
Don't worry about his scoring. You don't need him to score a lot.
It'll come. Yeah, it'll definitely come.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with his form. There's nothing wrong with his. It's not like it's an ugly jump shot. It's not Marion-esque or anything like that.
Yeah, that guy's got it.
It's just repetition, really.
Mm-hmm. It'll definitely.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just saying it'll definitely come. He's just got to, like you said, get in the gym.
Mm-hmm. It's literally what it's all about. So I'm going to dig around for the Facebook a bit here as we looked ahead to the final part of the show here. The Facebook page. Simply go to Facebook, type in the search bar, Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves Show. If 2 show up and one's company and one's group, go to company, not group. Company, not group. Click like and comment all you want. It would be more than welcome. Without a doubt. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of the Warriors wearing the sleeves back and forth. Some people like them, some people hate them. Yep, you wrote on there that you hate them with a passion. Yes.
Oh, yuck.
I hate them too. Hate them. Yep. Kaylin Woods, who is a faithful of both of our shows apparently, says he hate them. If they want players in sleeves, let them decide if they want to wear shirts underneath. Adidas needs to cut this shite out. It's not soccer, and it won't ever get to the stage where we will see sponsorship on singlets. Hopefully, American male sports have lasted this long, though. Yes.
It's one thing about our jerseys here in our NBL league. They're just plastered in with advertising, and we understand pardon me, the clubs need them, but they need the influx of money. But even our courts are plastered with advertising.
Yeah,
and it takes away. It really does take away from the jersey and the court and the whole. For me, I hate it. It takes away from the atmosphere and stuff like that. It's just I don't know. Maybe I'm too harsh on advertising. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like NASCAR where they way overdo. I mean, look at the cars. That's all you see is advertising. It's like, is that Dale? Is that God rest his soul? Is that Dale Earnhardt or is that Good Wrench or whatever? It's just like that's all it is.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, Brent Jacobson saying college like is generous. College like is generous. Huh. Oh, college like. Yeah, I'm stupid. College like is generous. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the college look. No, I'm not a big fan. Let's see, Lucas, I already read that a while ago. It's kind of like back and forth. Some of them generated some responses. Hank is on. Oh yeah, Hank is on there. Tanae Wilson Brown though, after the picture. Tanae Wilson Brown from New Zealand, not from Australia. I actually said he was from Australia, but he's from New Zealand, so I apologize for that. He commented on that picture with that Lakers score. He says, I missed the game, but I think I'm going to have to give it a watch before I go to bed. The box score didn't look too bad, though, for the starters. It's like, ooh. Yes.
Enjoy it while you can tonight. Enjoy it.
Joey's not going to last forever. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? Wow. Hank posted a lot on here. Hank McCoy. Whoa, he posted a lot on here. Whoa. Oh, he says he has 2 questions after watching the Mini and Cleveland game. And shame on me not seeing these. I said, how many yards did Corey Brewer have? Down by 1 point. Why take the 3-ball thoughts? Yeah. It was mostly like a desperation play because the stupid Berea lost a handle on the ball and had to chuck it out to whoever was open, and luckily it was Kevin Love. That's pretty much why, as sad as that sounds. How many yards did Corey Brewer have? He had 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. two touchdowns. He looks like a wide receiver out there. Whew.
He is good to watch. He's good. What a get by Flip Saunders. What a get.
Yeah, I mean, look at Flip Saunders' free agency. Kevin Martin and Corey. Ooh.
Have to give him. You're giving him an A at the minute.
Yeah, for the free agency. Oh my goodness, that's an A. And a lot of people I remember were like, Martin's old and might be slightly injury prone. Corey Brewer, really? And I was like, well, yeah, if he's anything like Denver, here we go.
Well, he's a bit better than Denver. A bit better than the Denver's Corey Brewer.
Yeah, he's actually. That's the weird part, isn't he? He's actually better. Isn't that crazy? Yep. As good as he was in Denver, too.
Yep.
We were kicking ourselves like, look who we passed on. So you mentioned about the Golden State game, but yeah, we're talking about a bit. Hank McCoy saying, is it a case of Peck is a good player when you have a bad team, but not a good player on a playoff team? Because I'm not buying this whole he needs to be worked into the system garbage. Not on that contract anyway.
Is that when I had a go at McCoy?
I think you did. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Woo!
Yeah.
I'll let you guys check that one out. It's back and forth. Rubbish. Oh, I love seeing that. Yep.
There's about 27 comments on that.
This is awesome. Hank said, look at you. Hey, yes. Welcome to the club. Timberwolves Explosion, look at you club, right?
That's it.
Oh, this is odd. Yeah, you guys really go at it. That's cool. So, yeah, welcome, guys. Do check that out. Very cool. Do check that out.
Yeah, we're not afraid to. We're friends, but we're not afraid to go at each other. Mm-hmm. It's not personal. It's just
It's just business. Yes, it's not personal.
Just business.
Mm-hmm. See, where was I? Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Look at you. Let's see, what was I saying? Let's see, my thoughts, though. What was I saying? Because I didn't even respond because I'm just, I get so distracted, and then I was going to get on and say something, and then I stupidly didn't. That's the only reason why I don't respond. Usually I'd respond to everything, to be honest with you. So just letting you guys know about that. Keep posting, and keep posting. Yeah, I'm not buying into that he needs to be working into the system either, really, but he's a good player. He just, it's just one of those deals where he's needed to adjust to the players around him, and I think he's getting there now, finally, and it's really cool. Luckily, it didn't actually take that long at all, to be honest. It's only November 12th, and he started doing that late last week. Yeah. He says, Hank again, let's see, got only couple more. See, I'll try to keep it brief, though. He was asking about Kevin Martin been balling out of his mind and really flourishing under Adelman again. If he keeps this kind of production up and the T-Wolves have a winning record, do you think he could crack the All-Star squad? Ooh. Do you think Kevin Martin's an All-Star, Vince?
At the minute, I don't think how he could not be. Easily an All-Star right now. Especially if you guys are winning and keep winning.
Yeah, with the winning and obviously the 24 points a game-ish that he's doing, I think so too. I could see Kevin Martin in the All-Star game, believe it or not, with Kevin Love, and that'd be awesome. Usually when teams are good like this, you can get 2 guys in there.
Absolutely. It's a huge possibility. Right now, he's an All-Star.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Right now, hopefully it continues. Hank saying, I guess this means you guys have bragging rights over Vince Germano.
Funny, Hank, yeah.
Look at you. Joey, stop laughing. It's not funny. Lakers are the new Bobcats, says Dan Joe May, and wait for it.
Yeah, I didn't bite on that one. Did not bite on that one.
Just wait for you to come on and go, look at this guy, outrageous.
I've known that boy for over 20 years, and I know him too well. I'm not biting on that one.
That's awesome. New Bobcats. I remember when they beat the Bobcats by 3 last year. It's like, yeah, they're all celebrating. It's like, you beat the Bobcats. Come on.
That was that Jim Peterson moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we thought we won the championship.
That was pretty funny. I remember watching that last year. Oh, man. Oh, wow. And then this weird article about the Wolves are saying don't wear children's backpacks, because they're the whole rookie hazing thing type of deal going on. One of the most over stories in the world right now with the incognito of Miami Dolphins. People talk about it too much.
We were laughing at that name at work. Just quick side note.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't believe there's a guy playing football called Incognito.
Yeah, isn't that weird? He went incognito. He's just gone out of the picture, right? No, that's the weirdest word. I remember reading that and I'm like, what? Yeah, like when I first saw his name, I remember there was a couple of years ago I first saw it, believe it or not. That's for Purple Mafia listeners to know, and I've avoided that topic on that show because it's just everywhere you go, they're talking about it. So that's where regular radio stinks because it's like literally they get on one topic and that's it.
Yep.
Oh, it's so disgusting. It really is. Today, our buddy out of New Zealand, wrapping up the Facebook page. Yeah, there's a lot this week. Usually it's not this many. There's a lot. So apologize if I'm keeping you too long. Like, no.
Go for it. Go for it.
Huh? What's it?
Go for it. Read it out.
Okay, sorry. Yep, sorry. He says, I thought I'd pose a question to you guys since Vince is also joining the next show. What do you think Flip is thinking about Adelman not playing the rookies? All his other offseason moves are working out, so I think he'd want to show off his drafting ability too. I know it's different to picking up players that are already in the league, but it would be interesting to see what you all think Flip thinks of the situation. Yeah, I remember you actually brought it up earlier too.
Flip did?
Oh, you did a little bit, right? Oh, well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I just thought you said Flip might have said something, but it's hard. It's interesting. It's hard to say because he hasn't said anything. I think I just can't see them getting minutes. I don't know. I don't know if Flip's the kind of guy to question a guy like Adelman. Is he? Like Adelman's got the runs on the board. Like,
yeah.
Don't you leave the coach to? If you really believe in the coach and trust in what he's doing, you probably wouldn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he does say something, it's almost like there's no confidence in him.
Yeah, because right now I think Flip is just kind of like sitting quietly. Flip honestly didn't seem all that, as weird as this may sound. During the time of the draft, he didn't really seem like he was all excited about his own draft, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, well, maybe
he wasn't all that excited about it. You could kind of tell. It's like, we had to trade down, and we got these guys. But they're good additions. Yes, it was like that.
Okay, well, maybe he's just happy for him to come along slowly, and as long as the T-Wolves are winning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you guys were 1-4 or 1-5, you'd probably be like, let's play, let's see what Deng and Mohammed could do for us. But because you're winning, he's probably just going, well, Edelman's got a handle on it. We're winning. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, just kind of let it go as is. That's pretty much about how he's approaching it for now. I hope they get some playing time, but we'll just have to wait and see with that one. Unfortunately, really quick, I'll just read one Twitter because I understand. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, this is going a bit long. So, Jose Guerres, we've been talking for a little while. He's pretty cool on Twitter from Spain. He was saying he's glad everyone is seeing this crap show by the refs and the Clippers because, back and forth, there was a lot going on. There really was.
I saw a picture of Corey Brewer getting absolutely mugged.
Yeah, shame on me. I was going to talk about this during the Clipper game, and I got mixed up. Yeah, it was Yeah, Corey Brewer was getting mugged by Chris Paul. There was absolutely no call. Absolutely no call at all. And of course, you know who the ref was? You know who it was? Joey Crawford.
Joey Crawford. Yep.
Ugh.
No surprise there.
Mm-hmm. He's either the biggest no call or the biggest overcall ever.
Doggone it.
Yeah, I can't stand him. And yeah, real quick too, right before that, maybe only like 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay before that, Blake Griffin, Corey Brewer was on the floor for whatever reason, obviously kind of had fallen over during some type of trying to make some defensive stop or something. I can't remember exactly. And Blake Griffin started turning around to go back the other way because that's where everybody was headed. And didn't walk around Corey Brewer or anything, just decided to start stepping over him. Oh, and they call a foul on Corey Brewer because he tripped Blake Griffin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's typical. I mean, at Blake Griffin. I'm starting to really dislike Blake Griffin.
He is a really cheap SOB. He really is. Like what he did, he sat on Kevin Love last year. It's just like, one of the few games Love was healthy last year. He just sat on him. It's like, come on, when they're going to go for a loose ball, like somebody else is going for a loose ball.
I've said this before about him, and I'm happy to cop a bit of crap over it. I don't really care, but he's a punk. He's a punk. He really is.
That's what I was saying last night. I think he's a punk too. So I'll take the crap with you.
He's a big time punk, and how about you work on that jump shot instead of acting like a peanut and. Then you might get a bit more respect if you actually worked on your game a bit more instead of just dunk everything and hit the odd little crappy move that you do.
Mm-hmm, that's all he does. Mm-hmm, me too. Sorry to jump on you. I shouldn't have done that.
That's all right.
No, he was. I can't stand him either. He drives me nuts. He's always kind of doing something out there. It seems like always up to something, and yesterday was no exception. Yay. Just a real brief thing. I have been followed by Audley Stevenson. Yes, do you know who that is? The odd man. Remember?
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah. So we're in the early stages here. This is kind of cool. Yes.
He's a awesome fella, Audley, and Audley's media just started a media company called Audman Media. If you all check it out, Courtside Podcast is on there, and a lot of other great shows. So. Yeah, he's a huge Toronto Raptors fan, and he covers the local Canada League there. So, yeah, he's a great guy.
Very cool. Yeah, and I'm excited to get to know him more, and hopefully get Timberwolves Explosion on there. It would be very, very exciting. We could be partners in a way. Yes.
Colleagues at Oldman Media.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, mate. One day we'll make some cash. One day.
Yep. Hands folded. Yep, hands folded. Really, really hope that does happen. I'm believing.
Well, you know that old saying, Joey, and I don't know if it's an old saying, but it's a saying I've heard of down here. If you aim for the stars, you just might land on a cloud.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that, and I think we will.
Hope so.
Yes, sir. The Courtside Timberwolves Explosion. Great friends, great shows. Yes, sir. we're exploding to the top. That's the hope. But no, I mean that pretty much would put the wraps on this episode, number 110. I think I'm copying somebody, but that's okay. It's really for Timberwolves Explosion, like mentioned, always find it on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes, thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. Thank you always for downloading and listening to the show. Do rate us on iTunes if you could. Would be so appreciated. Give us a positive rating. Tell us what you like. If you're from the U.S. or Australia or wherever, yes, please do that. It only helps the show. It really does. So, any quick plugs you'd like to give out?
No, I might plug it earlier.
Okay, yep, there you go. Yep,
I'd like to thank you for having me on again. It's been fun. I love talking hoops with you. So everyone get on, download it, and download it again.
Download it 16 times. No. And, of course, the Courtside Podcast. Do download that and listen. It is spectacular. I can't wait to get around this new one that you've released here. I got to get on it. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. you'll be cracking up as well listening to the Courtside. They like to laugh a lot on there. So very good, very knowledgeable as well. So thought I'd mention that before we close. Thank you again so much, and hopefully have you on more and more.
Looking forward to it, Joey. Thanks again.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we will call it a day, and thank you everybody for listening, and go Timberwolves in this coming week.